Alrighty folks, well in today's video I want to talk to you about how you can cleverly position yourself as an expert in your field, right? And at the end of the day, people will always buy from people they perceive as experts in a field, right? Because they will look at you and go, this person knows something I don't know. And they go, if I hang around with this person a little bit longer, maybe I will learn something, right? Now, here's the secret, folks. If you want to come across as an expert, all you need to do is organize your knowledge in a way that's more organized than anybody else, right? And here's the deal, folks. This morning, I went to a conference and I was a panelist on a panel talking about training and presenting and how to do good quality training and quality assessment, right? And it was a really great panel, really enjoyed it, and a lot of great questions came my way, right? However, one of the things that I really aimed to do was position myself as an expert, so to speak, right? And at the end, I sold a bunch of books, and I would postulate the reason I was able to sell the books was because of how I shared my answers to the audience, right? And here's the deal, folks. At the end of the day, the more you can organize your knowledge into models, analogies, and metaphors, I'll say it again, models, analogies and metaphors, the more you're going to come across as somebody that knows something. So in every single one of my answers, what I aimed to do was put a comment out there that everyone would agree with, then give them a model that everybody could relate to, and then give them a tip or a tool or a tactic they could go away and use, right? And so I sort of said, all right, that problem is kind of like X, Y, Z. And a great model to resolve that would be this, this, and this. So one tip going forward is to think about this, all right? And as a result of doing that, highly likely that led to my book sales, right? But highly likely that also led to people thinking, I know something, right? So what you want to think about is whenever you're training and presenting or running workshops, you want to think about how can you chunk your information together or put together models or pillars or little things that people can relate to quite easily, right? And if you've been following along with my content for a while now, I've got, for example, the 3 pillars to great assessing, the 3 areas where XYZ falls down, or the 3 areas for great assessment, or the 3 pillars to great influence, right? Or I've got the 7 tips for phrases for communicating, right? So all of these chunks, so to speak, are just chunks that I can easily share with people that instantly position me, and would you, as an expert in a field, right? However, people for some reason resist doing this, don't know why, but the more you actually organize your knowledge, the more you come across as an expert. That's why writing a book certainly positions you as an expert because you've organized your life experience, your knowledge into a book, right? And at the end of the day, you could have a PhD, a master's, a bachelor, or this or that, or, I've done X, Y, Z and traveled the world and done blah, blah, right? But if you can't package that knowledge into models or ideas that people can relate to, then it doesn't, like your experience, your knowledge, it doesn't really mean much to them, right? So if you listen to anyone on YouTube, or, any famous authors that do podcasts or anything like that, highly likely, guaranteed, they're going to have some kind of model or something that they talk about quite regularly that you go, I need to know more about that model. I need to know more about that. And maybe if I know more about that, I'll be able to achieve something. I'll maybe be able to avoid something, become something, or create something. The ABCs. Ooh, just use another model on you there, right? So at the end of the day, go out there, create your models. If you want to know how to do that, come along to my workshop, Facilitation Mastery, and I show you how to do that in pretty much 90 seconds. But basically, the more models, ideas, concepts, analogies, metaphors that you can pop together, the more you're seen as the really cool expert in your field. On that note, folks, thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one. My name is Mark Miles, helping you become an even better trainer, presenter, workshop facilitator, whether online or face-to-face. Thanks for watching, team. See you in the next one.